What's up, guys? It's early. We are here in Ball Ground, Georgia again, and we're gonna see what this Procharged deal does.
What's this on here?
I don't know.
They walk around and just put it on all the cars?
Must have.
Yeah, it's early. We drove, most of the night, which was our fault, but we didn't get an early start yesterday. So now we have to get an early start today on not much sleep. So, but we'll be all right. It won't be the first time we're running on no sleep.
No.
But last time we had the other car here, it was a problem getting this thing on the dyno, and this car's way lower.
It's tug and lug.
Yeah.
And the way these things work, they bolt to the lugs.
Yes. So all of this or this.
We're gonna cut out the fender well, or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
So I can just barely see the bottom lug nut from here.
Yeah. It's gonna be a problem. I'm not real sure what we're gonna do. I don't even know if you can raise this thing up, pull the shocks off of it, anti-roll bar off of it. I don't know if it'll get that high.
Oh wow. So we are here at Fueltech, and Steve Petty's going to tune this deal. We've had it to the track a couple times and done pretty much what we wanted, but
it's so fat. So we're scared to death that we're going to wash the bearings in this deal. So last time you changed the oil in this deal, we made 2 passes after it. So just to put it in perspective here. I'm fixing to get my my bearings to me. To put it in perspective here, we put 2.5 gallons of oil in this thing whenever we change the oil. After 2 passes, we changed the oil again and we pulled out 4 gallons. So the rest of that was all fuel. So the thing is so fat that it has milked the oil 1.5 gallons in 2 passes.
yes,
So
it's chunky.
that will eventually wipe the bearings.
If our maximum oil wasn't so good, it would have already done
It
that.
mixes in, and that's what's good. That's what we like about this maximum oil. So a lot of oils will separate. And everybody's like, oh, that's good oil. It doesn't mix with the water. Well, until the water hangs out at the bottom of the oil pan. When oil and water mix, whatever's heavier goes to the bottom, which would be water. Correct? I mean, water always goes to the bottom.
Fuel, right?
Fuel, water.
Okay.
Like same thing whenever there's just a whole bunch of condensation or whatever. So after you have that much fuel or condensation in your oil and your oil does not mix with it, that water or fuel sets at the bottom. So the way we do these things, we have the external oil pump. Actually, we have an internal on this car, but most of our cars are external.
The pickup would sit in the water.
The
or
pickup
fuel
sits
or
in the
whatever.
water. So whenever you fire this thing up, the first thing that circulates, supposed to be oil, through the system is going to be that water sitting at the bottom. So when we first started running this, and we took it to our engine builder, and we was like, hey, this isn't right. Look how milky this stuff is. And they were like, well, what do you want it to do? You want it to separate?
Yeah.
We're like, we kind of thought we wanted it to separate. Well, it turns out you don't want it to separate. You want your oil to mix with whatever's in there. And at the end of the day, though, it will still end up washing the bearings.
Yes.
And we don't want to take a chance of hurting this motor. So we were under the assumption, as always, we had to fill them right now. So whenever we went and tested this thing at the track,
we were supposed to be going racing.
We were supposed to go racing that next week. We had that week to do it. So we didn't have time to come here, tune the car, then go to the track and test. So now that the filming got pushed back a little bit, we're here. We don't want to hurt the motor. So unfortunately, after we tune this deal, it's going to pick up a lot of power. And we're going to be back at square one. So all the tune-ups that we got to go down shit roads or whatever, we're going to have to start over. So chances are we will probably slow the blower down, possibly even pull this blower off and put a smaller blower on it.
Yep.
I do know that Petty didn't want to change anything. He wanted to see what kind of power it was making, exactly where it's at right now. I'm guessing it's not going to make 2,300.
Oh, as it sits?
As it sits.
Probably not.
I think it'll be somewhere close. Somewhere close to 300, with it being no timing and as fat as what it is right now. But that also enabled us to run 450, and that's what, we were trying to slow the car down.
Yeah.
So still made more boost than what we wanted to, and that's why the next thing that we can do is slow this blower down quite a bit with a gear set.
Yeah.
So
it seems though, since we're not really RPM in this thing, that we're running into converter issues too. So it almost seemed like we need the smaller blower, put less air in the motor, and still keep RPMs up to try to help
yes,
our converter situation.
Yes.
So,
but on the dyno, I think this converter will probably be okay.
Yeah,
but whenever we start trying to run it, at the track, we need a looser one.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did we get those in? We ordered 2 of them. They at the shop? Okay, cool. I don't care where they're at, as long as we know that we got them. I never saw them.
I showed them to you last week.
That doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't mean nothing. So, guys, just to let y'all know, added on top of everything else that we have, and as scatterbrained as I am sometimes, we are trying to move, and the shop is a wreck. I've got a whole lot going on in my head. I literally have a week, and we've been trying to pile shit up and move stuff and all that. So that's why the shop is such a wreck right now. But we'll get this thing tuned. We'll do whatever it takes to slow it back down for whatever surface we may or may not be on. We know the car's going to be fast. It's already been extremely, I call 101 extremely fast. It's been 101 to the 60 foot. It went 420s, and then after that, we started trying to slow it down. So we ain't trying to go fast with the car right now. At some point, we will take it out and we'll try to go fast with it, but not right now. So we have had some push rod issues. I have not changed from the Hemi style push rods. I measured, and we were going to swap everything over to a regular push rod, the push rod that has the cups in it instead of the balls in it. And Jessel told me that's probably not a good idea, considering these rockers are designed to have the ball on them. Yes, the ball on them. Something about it's got to be machined out for it to set flush in there, and I understood what he was talking about. I don't know. We'll just see if we keep hurting push rods. We've never had problems with push rods in any motor that we've ever had, and this one's eating a few up. So
we have had, like you said, a few push rod issues with this motor, but luckily
Smith Brothers have sent us a whole bunch, and so hey, if we knock one out, we're gonna knock one out. We'll pull the valve covers in between every pass and check them, make sure everything is good to go, and I think we'll be all right. If the worst that we have is a little bit of push rod issues, so be it. It's one of those deals that we've never had issues with that before, so whatever it is, I'd really like to find out what the problem is and get it fixed. But for now, I say we have push rod issues. In 13 passes, we got 2.
Yeah.
That's more of a problem than we've ever had.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure it's worse for some people.
All right, so the OG's all strapped down, got the valves ran, everything checked out good there. Pre-warmed it up a little bit with torpedo heater from Proline. Yep. We did not drop it off the cart, taking it back over there.
No.
That did not happen.
No, it didn't. We didn't scratch that thing
We would never do that.
No, that thing looked pretty vintage, so them scratches were already there.
Yeah. So, it's about time.
I think so.
Probably fired up.
Man, that dent in the quarter panel kills me.
What dent?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everybody can see that dent.
Not this one, is it? Not this dent here?
Yeah. Man. That's all I see whenever
just blinging
I
back
thing.
there.
Yeah, just shining at me. car's so nice now. I wouldn't have even noticed that deal before.
Oh yeah, I'd be like the least of the shittiness before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. We gonna have any guesses on what it's gonna make the first pull?
First pull, I'll say 2475. Depending on how high he spins it up.
I still think that's kind of high. I don't think it's gonna.
Depends on how high he spins it up. If he only takes this thing to 7,000 or whatever.
Yeah, I still think it's gonna be somewhere around 23.
Yeah.
Might be high 23, but.
Yeah. So we're close to finding out where we're at here. We'll get Steve in here, see what needs to be done, and then we'll probably fire it up, warm it up.
So the plan, from what I understood, was we're gonna make one just the way it sits right now, so that we can kind of see where we were at before, and then how much we're gonna pick up. Because before, man, we just threw a tune in it, and it's fat as hell. I'm talking like 3-4, you know, on a pass. There was no correction on. It was just fat. Yeah. And we knew that it was safe, but you know, like we talked about earlier, we don't want to milk the oil that bad, and because you make 5-6 passes, that oil's going to start coming out. It's so full. Yes. Because the methanol is going to keep going in it, and not to mention, we got what, right at 5 gallons?
Yes.
Right at 5 gallons, and we were using it on a pass. Like,
man,
we weren't actually using it, but it wasn't in the fuel cell when we got done.
It was not returning to the fuel cell.
It was not. And when we're on the streets racing, and bear in mind here, we're running 450s. Yeah. So, well, you know, 449 with a 8 or something. Yeah, you know, that's 50s all day long. So we are going to have to slow it down a little bit more than that, probably. But by the time we make that pass, stop in the road, you know, grab the chutes, put them in, fire the car back up, turn it around, usually on those roads that is a 18-point turnaround. And it doesn't really have to be an 18-point turnaround, but you definitely don't want to back into a curb.
No.
We haven't really had that problem on America's List because there was ditches, there was no curbs. But like you go out to Okima or something, and there's just straight curbs. Yeah, and they are regulation curbs. You know. Yep. Remember we hit the one with the bullhorn that one time.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We've also jumped this car off a curb in Memphis before.
Yeah, we were testing though. Like we had to get it done. Hey, and I knew it too. I was off the curb, and I went, oh man, hey, we went made a hit. Yep. So, and you definitely don't want to jam your wheelie bar into the back of the
fold
curb.
them shits up.
Yes. Ugh. Like I've seen people hit curbs before with their wheelie bars. Yeah. So then you're backing up, and then you make, you know, the drive back. We would probably run out of fuel.
I'd be afraid of it.
Yeah. So,
need to lean this thing out for some better fuel consumption.
Yes. Better fuel mileage is what we need. Yeah. So, like you talking, use almost 5 gallons in an 1/8 mile pass. That fuel is not all going to the motor. No. It is going to the bottom of the motor. So,
just for reference, in a 3-point XX at 200 mile per hour pass on the other car, we only use like 2.5, maybe 3 gallons.
Yes, we have plenty of fuel left when we get back. Yeah. Like we could drive the car back to the pits. Yes. And you know, still have some left. Yeah. So. That's why when we were doing this deal, you know, racing this year, we have learned a lot from Ryan. We've learned a lot. Fastest in the 405, right? That's what everybody tells us. Yeah. Like, he's the only racer worth a shit in the 405. I mean, we hear it all the time. So I'm not going to take advice from somebody that is slower than me. Yeah. I mean, you know, depends on what the advice is. But we've learned a lot from him. So on certain situations like this, whenever DMC hollers at me and says, hey man, how big a fuel cell you need? You know, I'm thinking 8 gallons. I was, whoa, that seems
like a lot no matter what. That seems a
lot. I don't care what you're in, 8 gallons, that's a lot. That just more weight on the nose of this deal. So I call Ryan and I said, hey man, how much fuel do you use on a pass? You know, and we all know he's fast. And I don't know if Procharged's fuel consumption is more. I imagine power is power. You know, it doesn't matter what it's in. So we knew that ours used 3.5 gallons you know, on a sub 4 second pass, 2.5, 3, whatever. And he said about the same. So when we said 5 gallon fuel cell would be plenty, it should be plenty.
Yeah.
And it's not. So not right now anyways.
Yeah.
So
it will be.
Yes.
And that's what we're here for.
So we need to lean this thing out. We need to put some timing in it, turn them headers a little bit more of a gold color, you know, and see what it'll make.
So no primer pump.
There is no primer pump. Thanks for bringing that back up to speed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
What's it gonna make this pull, Dave?
Oh. You gotta remember, it's no timing in it, it's fat as fuck. I'm still on the 2300 train.
I said 2475.
I said 21.
Hey, man, if it makes 21, we're fucked. Just to let you know. Because it already went a 420 at, you know, in a 101 60 foot.
It's untouched?
Yeah, no, I haven't touched it since then. Petty said he didn't want to change nothing. And, you know, to see what it made while we were running.
I'll stick with you, 24, 25. Like we're down here at Sea Road.
I'm thinking that whenever we get done, like Lisa's like 28, 2900, maybe 3000.
Please.
Move up here.
Safety first.
Safety first.
Safety first.
I don't. Is that what that's for? For them backing up? Probably because they've hit shit and smashed it.
tenth of the noise with
And
like
twice the power.
Yeah, twice. It literally twice that fucking power.
So the general consensus is now that nothing should be this loud that only makes 1,800 horsepower.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be. Nothing should be that loud that makes
As loud as that
1,800.
was, it should have run 3,500.
Yeah, at least.
It was-
Because it made 34 before with the quiet ass turbos on it.
So
Yeah.
loud.
Which, you know, I get it. It's across the board. You know, it makes that much power. But we're going to leave here and this thing ain't going to make 25. No.
Come on, buddy.
About 100? I'll bet before we leave here it'll make 2,500. I mean, that's a bet I would love to pay.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
You're gonna pay it. Steve Petty's out there in the truck. Did you see that?
yeah.
That's only 700 more horsepower.
He's out there trying to figure out what cam that is.
Only 700.
It sounded cleaner at
Only got
least.
500 more to go.
It sounded cleaner at least that time. So we are missing some horsepowers.
Yeah.
Just a few of them. Not sure where they are.
Now, I'm not as concerned with the horsepower as I am with, which I guess it's all relative converter wouldn't be so tight if the car made more power. I guess there's that. Like right now, it's flaring and making a lot of boost on the shift, but the converter's still really tight. It's like dropping 20 pounds of boost whenever it shifts, and a whole lot of RPM and all kinds of stuff. So hopefully we'll find the power and then it won't be so tight. Man, I don't want to have to change the converter again,
Yeah.
which I will if that's what it takes, but I just don't think we should have to.
Are you manning a fire extinguisher on this one?
Got dealt a job.
Yeah.
So if this thing catches fire, I have to go save Luis.
I'm gonna run.
Yeah,
Fire's scary.
Hey, that's probably what I would do too.
Luis, get out!
Yeah, yeah, we'll both run. Oh, he just stole my job, didn't
Oh man. Look, man, your car don't make no power. Hold a fire
he?
extinguisher.
Exactly. So he just said, I mean, that's good power for an LS.
Just kicking the dick, man.
It is.
As if it wasn't bad enough.
Yeah, but you got to think, it's making what, 400 more than when we got here?
Yeah.
And it had been bottom 20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's a different type of power. It doesn't have to make the power that the twin turbos did, because the twin turbos only make them way up here. This thing makes it
Right now.
It's like the Man Van.
Yeah.
As soon as you put it to the floor, it's making it.
Yeah.
So I still feel like I'm gonna win that bet with Dave, though.
What was the bet again?
He bet me before we leave it'll make 2,500.
Oh,
At
yeah.
this point, I'm thinking if it makes 2,500, I'll be happy, but then we're gonna be fucked getting that thing down the road.
So, not bad. Like,
Was it not bad?
I mean, it's not what we expected, but you know, damn, we went 420s.
I just have a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that this thing, last time it was here, it made 1,000 horsepower more.
Yes.
It made, let me do the math, 1,500 more than the last time we had this car at the track.
Yes.
Let me put it in a better situation. Last time we had this car on the dyno, it was twin turbo, it made 3,400.
Yes.
When we got here today, the car made 1,800.
Yes.
At 1,800 horsepower, the Procharger had been, what, 4 numbers faster than it's ever been, and it only been that once or twice on a radial.
Yes.
Okay, so we've been bottom 20s. We had been mid to high 20s on a radial before. The fastest we ever been on a big tire before was what, 34?
37.
37 is what you went, right?
I went at 39.
Oh yeah, that's
It was
right.
1 o'clock in the afternoon. The DA was like
yeah, but
800.
I feel like the weather was better whenever you did
Yeah.
that. So, and you know, it was a different time too.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
It's a good time of year.
yeah, it was in Tulsa.
Yeah.
So it's tough to wrap my head around it. And
It's
I get it.
unfathomable.
It is, so nobody wants to make less horsepower, but
I get that that's kind of hard to swallow.
it is. It's very hard to swallow, and I'm cool with it because I understand that the power is just different.
Right.
And it may be the fact that, and it's helping me out here because I've already been faster.
Right.
Like if you would have told me, man,
oh yeah,
1800 horsepower, man, that thing will run 20.
It's gonna go 10th and a half faster.
I'd go, whatever.
Yeah.
You're full of shit. But we've already done it.
Right.
So we know that the 500 extra horsepower that we just picked up, it's gonna go at least a no.
Yeah.
The way it sits. And that's not really what we're shooting for. We don't care about that. We don't really want to even.
Yeah.
Well, one of these days we will.
I do.
Okay, well, one of these days we will.
Yeah.
But as of right now, when we're trying to prepare for the street and blacktop and possibly running 480s, 490s, 450, you know what I mean? We're probably still going to have to, we couldn't really run, we slowed it down to a 450 before.
Right.
Well, we made 500 horsepower more now.
Yeah.
But the motor is happy, and which makes me happier. So we're not using 5 gallons per pass.
Right.
Like the amount of fuel that it just used on that dyno pull was minimal.
Right.
So we're at least gonna have enough fuel to drive it, do the burnout, even do 2 burnouts if we want to.
Yeah.
Make the pass and drive it back, which I'll be happy about that. It's just, nobody wants to go to the dyno and make less power.
No.
But everybody wants to go to the track and run a faster ET.
Yes.
And
like you said, we've already done that.
but we're not dyno kings. We don't care about the power.
No, but you know, doing it for the gram, man.
Yeah, people's gonna know.
Yeah, I mean, when we post this on,
made 2,400.
we post this on the gram and say, man, 2,300. There's gonna be 2,350. The first comment's gonna be, well, didn't it make 3,400 with the turbos?
And you're gonna go, yeah, but it's gonna be faster now, and everybody's gonna go,
yeah.
go, huh?
Nah, that's not how that works.
Yeah, the what?
Yeah. LOL, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. All I'm happy about is that it's tuned and everything's happy.
Yep.
You know, and it's not going to eat itself up.
Yep.
You know.
I mean,
plugs look good. Everything's still pretty safe. It seems like.
Yeah, yeah. Steve gave us a seal of approval on it. He told us a couple things we could possibly change if we wanted to pick up more power, which, you know.
We're not gonna worry about that stuff right now.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, it's not gonna pick up 1,000 horsepower. Like, Prochargers don't necessarily make more horsepower. They make the horsepower right now.
All around.
Yeah.
So the amount of time that this thing is at its peak horsepower is a lot more than what the turbo is.
Right.
So the turbo's just a lot more.
A lot more. 1,000.
A lot more.
1,050 more.
Yeah. So to put this into perspective, we've made how much with the small block?
With the small block?
36.
I mean, on dyno record, 36.
36 and some change. That's 70 pounds of boost.
Ooh.
Well, we know we're making about 80 pounds of boost with that car now.
Yeah.
So it's probably getting closer to 4.
It'll make around 4,000.
And man, we use it.
Yes.
Within 2
Pretty
seconds.
quick.
Within 2 seconds, we can have all that power.
Yes.
It's just weird. I'm trying to wrap my head around.
Well, to put it into more perspective, this car will out 60 foot the MPK car by quite a bit.
Every time.
By quite a bit.
Every time.
So, you know, there's a lot of different variables. We didn't put the Procharger on to make more power. We put the Procharger on to better suit our needs on the street because it makes it where we need the power.
So the MPK car's lighter.
Yes.
Makes what? 1,000 horsepower more.
1,500.
And 1,500.
It makes a whole shop truck more than this car does.
And this will out 60 foot it.
Yes.
If we try hard enough, probably out 330 it.
Oh yeah. Well, it'd be close.
By that time, the MPK car is going to start rolling.
It got some mile an hour on it for sure.
Yeah. But the MPK car will have 20 mile an hour on this. As of right now, it's at 40.
Yeah.
As of right now, the MPK car's had 40 mile an hour on this car.
Yes. That's crazy.
I know. But in the OG's defense, we haven't all outed this car yet.
Nope.
but that's just shitting on the MPK car more. Like, because the MPK car right now has been 990 to the 65.
On the back tires.
Yes.
Dragging a brake.
This car had been 101 the second or third hit.
Tripping and falling over itself.
just not
just stumbling
tuned.
across and just drunk as hell going across, you know.
Yeah. Like the pitcher on Major League, you know?
Yeah.
You know? And it's still that fast.
Yeah.
So I got a whole lot. I got 12 hours worth of wrapping my mind around all of this on the way home.
Yeah.
About how this car's, if we tried faster to the 330.
Yeah.
But about that time, MPK car gonna come choo-chooing around this deal.
Yep. It's gonna be like that Mortal Kombat fighter that says, "Come here," and then
yeah, get over here. Yeah. So.
Yeah, pretty crazy, man. So we picked up 500 over 5 pools. We came in, it made 1,800. We're leaving, it makes 2,350. So that's that. Steve gave a seal of approval, said go out and see what it's got. So I guess that's probably what we'll do, right? And then slow it down, try to slow it back down for the street. Maybe try a different rear gear.
No, not yet. Not unless we get a chance to go to the track, which, let's be real, man. We ain't going until we go to the track with this car.
Yeah.
So I am going to go and holler at Steve real quick. Okay. And then we're going to load this deal up and roll out, man.
So
whole thing don't even make 2,500.
Yeah. Pretty good for an LS.
Yeah.
So that's that. 2,350 for the OG with the Procharger. It's not the big Procharger. It does still have the 136 on it instead of the 140, but we're happy with it. Yeah, it made less horsepower than before. Not a big deal like we talked about. So as always, thanks for watching the video. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Give us a like, dislike, comment. Tell us what you like or what you don't like, and we'll catch y'all in the next video, guys. Well, our bad luck has not ended for 2021 yet. We were on our way home from the dyno in Georgia, got to Memphis, and we blew another motor up in the dually. Not my dually, but Sean's dually that we just got back. So luckily Daddy Dave was following us. He stopped. Sean and Aaron just slept in a trailer. I mean, here we're literally in the middle of Memphis. We got pulled off here, and Sean tucked back in a corner right by a rock quarry and slept. Dave took me. We went and got us some hotel rooms, and then started a search for a pickup to try to figure out how we're going to get home. So what we come up with was, you can rent these trucks from U-Haul for 20 bucks. Little half-ton unit. Dave had the S10 on the open trailer. So U-Haul gets the S10, Sean gets the U-Haul, and then me and Dave are gonna hook onto the gooseneck and head to Oklahoma. So and there's this thing just broke. So damn. I mean, what else do you say?
Nothing. I slept like a baby last
night. Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Aaron didn't sleep.
I mean, at this point, what else, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
What else do you do besides sleep?
Yes.
Do you have the 45 on your chest?
Oh yeah.
Like,
no, it's
I mean,
right
we're literally in the middle of Memphis, or you were.
Yeah.
Me and Dave weren't.
Well, I was in Arkansas. I was fine with all that. Like it was, I wasn't worried about that, and I guess that's what Aaron was worried about. So
yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Well, that dog shit.
I still slept good. That dog ain't gonna do nothing when it comes down to it.
That dog eats somebody's face off.
No, it will not. You run at that dog, it's gonna run like a chicken.
That's why it bit me in the back of the fucking leg.
That's why it snuck around the back side of you.
Yeah.
As soon as you turned around, it was gone, huh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So your Chariot awaits.
Fuck.
That thing's nice.
I was going to say, there's our guy, but no, he's got two other.
No. So
waiting on a rollback to come. There's a rollback. It's got a car on it.
Yeah.
imagine if you live in Memphis and you have a rollback, you can stay as busy as you want to stay.
Oh yeah. The U-Haul place was looking for a rollback to go get one of their trucks that somebody was doing drugs in down the street.
Probably this one, with that body roll this thing has. Like, did you shake the truck? Like, it's gonna be horrible ride on the way home.
Yes.
Hey, a chance gonna be in the middle just like this.
Not a care in the world.
No.
So
I shook the back of that truck and the whole deal's just doing this right here. It's gonna be a rough ride, especially in this wind.
how was the morning next to the rock quarry? Was it silent?
That right there actually was pretty quiet. Considering when they go in, it's loud as shit. The first one, when they went in this morning, I don't know what time it was, but it rocked the whole trailer, and I jumped up and I looked out the window. I didn't know what was going on. I thought somebody had hooked up to the trailer and we were rolling out.
Probably should have assessed the situation before leaving.
That's all right. I slept fine.
Yeah.
I got more sleep than I got the night before, you know, so I'm good to go. Here comes the, oh no.
Just dump trucks everywhere. So
They're just everywhere.
we got Dave's truck. We got Dave's truck hooked up to the gooseneck with a Nova in it, so we can head home.
Yeah.
Got the S10 on the back of the U-Haul. Sean's gonna head home as soon as the tow truck driver grabs his dually. So
I mean, at some point, it's almost like you gotta ask Dave, how much is that trailer worth to you? And we're gonna leave it on the side of the road. I'll just jump in the S10 and we'll roll. Like, cause that thing will make it.
Yeah.
Like, that S10 is better chances of getting home in one piece if it's driven than pulled behind this deal.
It's just gonna be.
The whole time it's just gonna be like this.
Let him
back there, and I just scoot the seat off like that.
Man,
Oh my God.
looks good in here.
Look. It's gonna be a great ride.
One owner, non-smoker.
One owner, never been smoked in or nothing.
Hey, to get this thing out of park, depress the brake pedal.
Yeah, cool. I know why they gotta put that on.
Because they load us with some real dipshits.
To remove key, turn it back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that what it said?
Yeah. To remove key, push key in, turn key off. Hey, you never know. I didn't know if it was gonna fucking start again.
Refer to gauge on contract for the estimating amount
You
of
got the
fuel
contract?
needed
It's in there
to
somewhere, I'm
return
sure.
truck at dispatch fuel level.
This one wasn't full, so.
It was 7/8.
It was, is that what they said? Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, because look, 7/8 right there. Nice.
Oh, and it's starting to rain too. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. Fucking right. Let's see if we can jackknife this hill.
Hey, if you wreck, total that.
I know,
thing.
I know.
No, don't let it limp away. All right, well, right behind you, buddy. We're gonna watch you for a little bit.
What? If I was you, I would roll. Like, look.
Oh my God.
This is bad.
Why do you need a sticker for that?
Right, because people are idiots. And you get sued for anything.
Somebody ratchet strapped a couch to the top of the fucking
No
truck.
doubt. And then it flew off.